Hey y'all, and welcome to the Sprinkle Factory YouTube channel where we cover everything culinary. As promised, I want to explain our contest that we're going to be having, guys. I want you to subscribe, then hashtag Sprinkle Family down at the bottom, and I will be giving away 2 bundle packages with the cookbook and the sweet and savory seasoning. Let's get right into it, you guys. We are going to be making Fruity Pebble chicken and waffle cupcakes. Sounds like a bit much, sounds pretty complicated, but of course, as always, I'm here to make it super easy. So we have all of our ingredients, you guys, and pay attention to the bottom left of the screen. I'm going to put all of the ingredients down there so you guys can definitely keep up. So we're going to start with our sugar, our vegetable oil. We're going to add in our eggs and our vanilla. The next thing that we're going to add makes the cake super moist and even more delicious, and that is the sour cream. Do not omit the sour cream because it definitely makes a huge difference. Then we of course are going to mix all of our ingredients. Make sure you mix them very well. And then the next thing that I'm going to go over with you guys is going to be our dry ingredients and how to alternate the dry ingredients, which is the flour, the baking powder, the salt, and our milk. So I'll show you that in just a few. Make sure you mix this around until it seems like the sugar is not dissolved, but it has incorporated with all of the other ingredients, so you have a nice smooth mixture. So what we're doing here is we're just going to add in the baking powder and the salt into the all-purpose flour. We want to mix that around, and then we have our milk. So this is what I was explaining to you guys about alternating the ingredients. So we're going to add 1/3 of the flour, 1/3 of the milk, and we are going to repeat. Now the reason why we don't want to add all of our flour in at once is we don't want to shock the moisture that we have here going in the cake batter, and your cake could potentially come out dry. So just take your time. Of course, as always with everything that we make on this channel, it is a labor of love, and the payout is going to be tremendously delicious. Awesome. Now, another trick that I have for you guys is going to be instant pudding. I prefer to use Hershey white chocolate flavored pudding because it is so delicious. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of that into the batter, and that is also going to bump the moisture of your final product up a notch. So that's going to make it even more moist and tender, and we're really going to need this because the next step that we're going to do is we're going to add a cup of our Fruity Pebbles. Now, with this being added to the batter, the Fruity Pebbles actually will soak up some of the moisture. So us adding in that pudding mix is just extra insurance that our cake will still come out moist and tender. So what I'm going to be using, you guys, and this is just my personal preference, I'm going to be using jumbo muffin tins. So these are bigger than the regular tins, but it is totally up to you. If you want to use the regular ones, I will show you in just a second how long to bake either the giant or the regular. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill up my tins halfway for each cup. We're going to bake these at 350 degrees. Bake these 20 to 22 minutes for the jumbo muffin tins and 12 to 15 for the regular. It just depends on what you guys want to use. Now let's get into the waffles. The waffle mix is super simple. As you guys know, as always, I put the ingredients at the bottom of the screen for you. So just follow along, jot some notes down, and this is pretty simple. So this mixture is not as temperamental as our cake. So literally, this is one of those batters where you could just dump everything in the bowl, mix it good, and we we are good to go. Now with this batter, you are going to have some lumps, you guys, so do not worry about that. It is perfectly fine. As we're making this, or before you start mixing this, go ahead and preheat your waffle iron, so this way it's ready when you're ready. Go ahead and give it a spray because you want to make sure the waffles do not stick. Grab yourself one of these handy dandy scoopers. I have these in every size in my kitchen. They really do come in handy. So this one literally is probably just a tablespoon of batter. If you don't have one, just use a tablespoon. But we really want to put the batter in these little triangles of the waffle iron, but our intentions are not to make full waffles. So we want to make little wafflets, if you will. So this way they'll be really super cute on top of our cupcakes. So just follow the directions with your waffle iron. Of course, it should have some light indicators to tell you when it's done. And they are nice and golden brown. This recipe is super fluffy as far as the waffles go. So even if you guys do not want to make the cupcakes, you can make full-size waffles and chicken, and it's going to be delicious either way. Just keep going until all of your mix is done, and stack them up on a plate and put them to the side. Put your waffles to the side to cool, you guys, and we are going to work, on our chicken. So I have a whole chicken breast here cut up into cubes. I'm going to soak it in a ½ cup of buttermilk. I'm of course going to season it with our Just a Sprinkle all-purpose seasoning. I also have a cup of flour, and we season that as well. We're going to first coat it in the flour, and then we're going to put it back in the buttermilk, and we're going to double bread this. This is going to give us a delicious crispy crust for our final product for the chicken. We're going to heat up some oil at 350 degrees. We're going to drop these babies in. I'm going to cook mine roughly 5 to 6 minutes because they are small pieces, but it just depends on how you guys are going to cut your chicken. Just make sure when you're doing this, you put all of your cupcakes away, all of your waffles away, and work on a surface far away from your cooked items because you don't want any cross contamination. That part is very important. So once these are finished, and you may have to fry them in a couple batches, you guys, I fried mine in 2 batches because you don't want to overcrowd your pan, and I'm using my grandmother's Dutch oven, my favorite, but whatever pan you're using, you don't want to overcrowd it so that it actually fries versus steaming, and you get a crispy crust on your chicken. So I have all of the items here. Of course, let the chicken cool, also let the waffles cool. And I had a question. Someone asked me, if you do not have a pastry bag, what can you use? Oh my God, everyone literally has this in their pantry, in their drawer, wherever you keep your Ziploc bags, but they are perfect for this instead of having to purchase a pastry bag. So as you see, I cut the tip of the bag, I put my pastry tip in, and I'm going to add my frosting. I have the recipe for the frosting here, you guys, on the screen. It's super simple. Just mix everything up until a smooth consistency. If you guys go check out our Starbucks salted caramel mochas, I also made the frosting on there if you just want to see how everything comes together, and that video is on our channel as well. Now my frosting, I forgot to take it out of the refrigerator prior to this video, so it does look a little bit thick, you guys, but I'm still going to work with it. Yours will be a lot smoother because it will be at room temperature. What we are going to do is we are going to frost these cupcakes, and we're going to kind of go round and round with these and make kind of a high frosting, because what we're going to do is we're going to roll it in the Fruity Pebbles. Now, don't be scared of this part. It may feel like the frosting is literally going to come off in the bowl, but once you frost the cupcake, it kind of becomes one, the frosting and the cupcake, so it should not fall off in your cereal. So just continue until you've gotten all of your cupcakes done, and this just makes for a very, very pretty presentation. as well as it is super, super simple. Now, once we do this, you guys, and we have all of our cupcakes frosted and coated in the cereal, we're going to stack our chicken and waffles. So keep in mind, you definitely want to make sure that your waffles and your chicken have cooled, because if you put it on top of the frosting, since it is mainly butter, it will melt on you. So make sure that you keep that in mind. So just keep going until you get all of these stacked. And because the waffles are flat, they literally don't need any other support. They can just sit on top of the cupcakes. I'm just going to add these cute little forks, appetizer forks that I found on Amazon.com, just for the effect. And it is helpful when it comes to actually eating the cupcakes. But because we are making these for an amazing over the top extra brunch, I'm just going to add these in there because they're cute. And in true Sprinkle Factory fashion, I know you guys didn't think I was going to leave you without slowing it down with the slow mode. And just like that, you guys have made Fruity Pebbles, chicken, and waffle cupcakes. Serve these alongside some fruity mimosas, and your brunch squad is going to love you. Don't forget, guys, we do have the contest. So make sure you comment down below, #SprinkleFamily. And I will be picking 2 winners to receive the bundle package. That's going to have the Just a Sprinkle all-purpose savory seasoning and the sweet honey butter cinnamon roll seasoning. Cupcakes, y'all, are what my grandmother would call finger licking time. Thank you, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. As always, I'll see y'all next time.